Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Prismata. Let's jump in the queue, find out whether this is my peak rating, or whether we will continue to increase it. Right? I mean, it is my peak rating, but if the next game is a win, then it will no longer be my peak rating. Where this next game is a lose, then yes, 1900 will be my peak for probably some time. Upper Onion. Base +5. We have a lot of red, including red sinks. But I think with Tia, it's going to be hard to get Amparilla. You want to be threatening Tia, right? And this is kind of... Actually, this might get some play, now that I think about it, as like a defender. But you want to make sure... Ooh. I don't think I should cut a drone for a conduit here. Right? That just seems bad. But suppose he does. I mean, he goes DDC, and like, what kind of position am I in, right? I guess as long as I conduit after that, I'll be okay. I just don't want to let him get two more green than me. Well... I'm kind of scared. What am I supposed to do about the Tia, man? I think maybe going for Rectifier is the answer to that. The red can wait. I could also AC here, but I only have 10 drones, so like, what am I going to be doing? I guess Bloodphage Ossified spends the red, technically, but that's two different red sinks, and I don't really want either of them. So I think I need just DDC here. And we'll have to be behind on red, I guess. Yeah, I agree with this opening. Not sure about this. Doesn't seem too great. What if I got like AC? I can even get a drone as well, but like, that threatens an immediate Tia. I think he's sort of in position to deal with it, but he'll sort of have to react strongly, and then if he does react strongly enough, I can just say, kidding, I'm getting a Mahar, haha, right? Not sure what I'm going to do with all my red on that turn, though. Really? So, like, what if I do this, right? If he reacts strongly to defend, then I just get a Mahar. If he doesn't, then I can, like, Tia Bloodphage? I can't, actually. I think he would actually just, like, get a Mahar next turn, right? That's what this was about? I see. Yeah, and Tia will look pretty dumb against that, I think. Yeah, he's just getting a Mahar plus a conduit next turn. Sorry, plus an Animus. Whereas I'm getting, what? Tarsier Bloodphage? 2 Tarsiers and a Mahar doesn't quite fit. I could do this and get 2 Tarsiers and a Mahar, but I don't like that very much. Well, if I get a Mahar and a Tarsier is 15 and Ossify, gives me a red sink. But then I'm not really threatening Tia. I don't know, he'll be getting Mahar, so that's like fine. I think this is going to be kind of a slower game, actually, because of all the Mahars. So maybe I'll just get some more drones. I want to be in a position to threaten Amparilla too, though, is the thing. Like, that's the other big threat. And if your opponent isn't building up enough attack, like, or what I meant is if they're not building enough green to threaten Tia, then Amparilla becomes a little bit more plausible, doesn't it? Bloodphage is good with Amparilla because it's a red sync, but actually Ossified is even better in that role because it's a cheaper red sync. So what if I aim actually more for the Amparilla here and say I'm not actually going to use my green for Mahars even though it like might be good? If I build an Animus, I'll have 14. I could spend that on 3 Tarsiers and an Ossified drone, but then I'm not defending. Like I'm giving his Rectifier free reign to do whatever he wants as well. So probably I should build a Bloodphage. I could also build a Rhino to like threaten to attack his Rectifier so he's less likely to want to click. But I think just getting some drones is good. Like I want this Tarsier, right, to start threatening Amparilla. I think he might consider not clicking here. It's like he doesn't really want to build a Rhino. And he doesn't really want to lose an Engineer. I think he should click, but he might not. And now if I want, I can pick up a Mahar because I have Bloodphage as a red sync. Right, like Mahar plus Rhino is exactly what I can afford. I'm not thrilled about how this game is going, to be honest. I'm paralyzed by all the big units that I want to get. I think Mahar is probably the wrong idea because it spends green and I want my green to threaten Tia. Right, like what if I do something like this? I could force field again. Animus. Doesn't feel right. Right, because I only have like 15, call it 14 income. I don't think I could get out the Amparilla. So that's not gonna happen. This threatens a lot of attack against him, which is nice. And I think it positions me okay for his Tia threat. Like, Rectifier is just a good defender against Tia, I think. I wouldn't be surprised to see him get a second Rectifier here. And like a Tarsier or something. Okay. Alright, so he's threatening a Tia. We need to do something about that. Maybe that is why he did not get another Rectifier. Yeah. I think that is how we're gonna lose this game, is if we let him Tia us too bad. Too hard, too much, too well. And the second Bloodphage sets up for that as well, because he's gonna be overteched if he Tias, so... I think we have to respond by ossifying. He's attacking for at least 3. I kind of want to put a little pressure on him to make it awkward, but I think it puts more pressure on me than it does on him, really. Is Gauss Cannon really playable here? Maybe not. Maybe I should just, like, do this so that I can try to get in a second rectifier or more force fields or Tia or something. Like, there's ways to spend green here. Engineers to defend because I am scared of the Tia. And this will make it maybe possible to get out a second rectifier, which would really help if he does Tia. I think if I can get a second rectifier, I should win against Tia, right? Assuming he attacks for just 3, I basically just soak it all on a rectifier. Maybe lose an engineer, it doesn't matter either way. I'll have enough defense to stand against Tia for 1 turn, which is long enough to get out the rectifier and, like, some more NGs or something. Here she comes. I guess I forgot he could click his rectifier on the Tia turn. That's a little scary. I'm not very happy with how I played this. Maybe I win, maybe I don't, but I'm not happy either way. It'll be a good postmortem to do, I guess. Next turn he builds like another rectifier. That's pretty gross. So what even is my advantage right now? I mean, I am up on drones substantially because of the Tia, even if you include the blood phages. But, he just has so much more damage. I can ossify, like that'll produce a lot more health, of course. Drone, huh? Actually, can he build a second rectifier? Am I threatening too much damage? Well, I'm probably having to hold a lot of my damage back. Third blood phage seems kind of greedy, doesn't it? Like, wouldn't a rhino or something be better? This is a slow game. 90 seconds, man. It just, I'm dying here. Like, you're TAing me and you're making me wait before I can, like, react to see how well I can handle it. Ugh. Okay, more NGs, I guess. I think a rhino would be better, but I guess you can click it to build a third NG. Click the phage. Yeah, okay. So if you want the rhino just for health, engineers are better, but the rhino threatening to attack surely would be a big help, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'm not doing any damage. It's a problem, isn't it? Seems like a problem to me. I mean, okay, hang on. Should I consider losing my ossified drone to let me attack with a rhino? No, attacking with a rhino is not good right now. Ooh, and defending twice with a rectifier kind of sucks, because next turn I'll have 2 rectifiers at 3 health. This is not working well at all. Like, I knew it was important to be able to threaten Tia, and I somehow, like, did not do that. Oh no, I have this rectifier's at 5, of course. Okay. Well, let's go, I guess. Even if I survive the Tia, I think I'm behind, right? Like, he actually has more drones. Yeah. This is horrible. What is he thinking about other than rectifier here? Let's count things up here. Like, we're tied on rectifiers. He has a blood phage. He's ahead on rectifiers. We're tied on tarsiers. I have a rhino. I have ossifying, I guess. I'm just like trying to see like what could be an advantage that I claim to have that might be enough to allow me to somehow win this game. I don't see one. I have more exhausted rhinos lying around to defend. There you go. That's my advantage. Should be a killer. He just like builds another rectifier and then I don't have any damage, right? Or any money? Yeah, fine. I give up. Could have given up a while ago. That game feels bad. Like, I think maybe if I had cut this drone to build a conduit, which I was considering, maybe I would be in a better spot. Right, like here, he sort of still wants to build a rectifier, right? Maybe a blast forge for walls, since I'm threatening Tia. And like... I don't want engineers. I do something like this. He doesn't attack, clearly. I think it's important to get a little damage, though. I'm attacking. Probably I ought to ossify, right? And I guess I can force field. He probably just does the 1 damage, of course. But do I want to offer him a breach if he clicks this? I guess that's fine. Can he really do that? Let's try. I guess he can if he really wants to. And I don't know. It seems like he's holding this perfectly fine, right? Like at first it looked bad. Like when I first saw it, I was like, oh geez, this Tia's killer for him. But isn't he just fine? The Tia's dead now. And, or well, exhausted. I have 3 attack, he has 3 attack, but he has walls and he's way up on drones. Seems like I'm super, super dead if I do this. So we can't Tia right away. It just doesn't work. Well, that's good to know at least. I don't know, this turn also didn't feel so great. Like I kind of wanted a Rhino, but I kind of didn't. I wanted a Rectifier, but I couldn't. And I got like a little too focused on red and let him get up to 3 green before me. Ugh, I don't know, I still don't understand Tia. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the peak rating. What's on right now? Aiga versus a tier 8. That's too bad for the poor John Eigner guy. I mean, sometimes you win these matches up, of course, but when you're at 97.7, you don't want to get ranked against the number 79 guy. I think Alex... Is that Alex Weiss? Yeah, it is. Okay, so he's I think one of the developers. What's going on here? I see a lot of pixies. We seem to have gone through a Deadeye phase, and now we're in the defense grid phase. Everyone droned up a bunch, used grenade mech to build up pixies. Are we even past the absorb barrier yet? Just barely. Actually, why didn't we click any pixies last turn? Maybe we did and I missed it. Because we're doing 6 damage, so this damage is all real. I don't see any thermite cores or anything. Wow, Antima. That seems like it should be playable at some point in there. Alright, Supreme Noob. Another base +5. Any Valkyrian synergy? Not really. Big drones into Centurion is what it looks like to me. Where like Ev Turbine and Dynamo are both drones. You could maybe pick up a Valkyrian on your way to Centurion, I suppose. You'll certainly get a sentry at some point. So if I do this, I can get Ebb plus Dynamo next turn, which seems like exactly what I want to do. I mean, Ebb is not so great when you own 0 drones, of course, right? So I want to be a little careful on that front. But it's still fine. It's like 3 drones, or 2 drones for 1 energy, sort of. I think I will get my urban sentry now. He wants a Valkyrian, I guess? Don't know about that. I don't know if I want to own 0 drones right now. Right? Like, more than 0 would be kind of nice, wouldn't it? And being able to, like, force field in response to his Valkyrian if I need to. I'd sort of prefer to just get more... Well, I don't want a Centurion now because he'll just not click the Valk. So I don't want to build Animus plus Blast Forge here. But I want to build one of them probably, right? Like, what if I get an Animus? I threaten my own Valkyrian and he has no defender yet? I don't plan to actually build the Valk. I'll just build like some Tarsiers and a Blast Forge and a Sentry and then get like Centurion on the next turn. But this threatens it if he doesn't respond appropriately, I guess. Okay. So he is not building a Valk. I don't know. I don't think Valk was necessarily the right answer, so I'm like, I can't say that I'm thrilled he's not doing it, but it at least takes some pressure off of me. Like, it was going to be a bit awkward to deal with if he did build a Valkyrian. I don't know, that might be a bit much. Here I can build a Centurion next turn, but is it actually good? I don't think so. But like, I don't know, a Valk would be fine instead, right? Threatens a lot. And then if he actually builds the Centurion in response, I don't have to click the Valk. I can just build, like, Tarsier, Sentry, Valk next turn. Seems okay. And then the next turn, a Centurion will be clearly right. Wow, I didn't realize that came out exactly perfect on my money. I was just counting my tech and it added up correctly, so I did it, but... Huh. So we're threatening 9? Oh, and I guess that means that we should click our Valk even if he does build a Centurion, right? Because we're over the absorb barrier for it already. Seems good. Wait. Oh, he doesn't have enough blue for a Centurion. Wow. That seems a bit scary for him, isn't it? Like, I think he would rather have built one this turn than next. But I don't know, drones are good, I guess. Good badges. Triple blue. Gonna build a wall or a sentry or something? Okay, he wants Valk as well as Centurion? That's pretty serious, isn't it? Guess that's what's gonna happen. Yeah, we're definitely clicking this. And we're definitely building a Centurion. And I guess Tarsier Engie? I'm scared of, like, how much is he really going to threaten next turn? Of course, we're absorbing all the damage he's doing on the coming turn, but the turn after he'll have 6, 7, plus the Valk is 11, and the Centurion is 13. I don't know, wall defense, I guess. And if he does this, he's losing a sentry. So it's actually only 12. Should I click an ebb? I don't think so. Well, yeah, probably I should, right? Just build some more Engies. Yeah. This is gonna be... One of us is gonna get breached pretty soon, and I don't want it to be me. Ooh, second Valk though. That's kind of scary. I guess that's the third Blast Forge working, huh? I might be able to get my own second Valk this turn, right? Like I have some barriers coming from this Valk. I can relax a bit now. The first Valk attack is always scarier than the second. And he's not clicking his ebb yet. But I guess, you know, force fields are a thing. So we get to do this. If I could hold back 2 attack, I might consider it, but because like 2 attack kills just a drone. But here that's not the case. I think a Valk is pretty good. We're clicking this. I want attack right away. Right, I don't want to wait for any attack. So I think a Rhino is better than a Tarsier. We've got him triple walling. I didn't count, but actually I'm losing the Rhino here. I forgot that I needed to think about defending my urban sentries. Like this should probably have been wall force field or something. Or this a wall and cut this for a force field. I don't know. No, maybe this is alright. So here he loses the Rhino, and it's really only attacking for 15. But that's 5, like that's a lot. So what if I do this? How exactly am I doing here? Like, I'm over defended by 14, so that's 9, 13. It seems okay. Oh, I'm over defended by 15, right? This is 15, yeah. 9 plus 4 is 13, so I don't actually even need the force field to defend everything. Right, this is over defended by 14, which is 9 and 4. Yeah, okay. I guess this is okay. How's his wall supply looking? Oh, it must be kind of low, right? Yeah, 3. But he has more drones. That's a big deal because of the force fields and so on. I don't know, I have more urban sentries. I can degrade a bit more gracefully. Here he loses 1 attacker, so this is 17. I'm over defended by around 8. 6, I mean, which is, so I'm losing a sentry here. Okay, this is over defending by, I can keep 13 health worth of stuff. That's 9, 13. This just keeps all my attackers alive. Plus an engineer, right? 14 health. Because he's losing an attack. Yeah. Seems like this should be a drone because I'll have plenty of green and I'll be able to force field it. So it's actually a way to convert my green into health. He's out of walls now, right? Yeah. And if I can just hang on one more turn without having to do anything too drastic, my rhinos will start defending, which will be pretty amazing. And he loses 3 attackers in this onslaught. Also great for me, and he's out of force fields. I think we're winning here. So he's, again, losing 3 attack, that's 18. I'd like to over-defend by 9. I'm currently over-defended by 6, so I can't quite do that without building, you know, rhinos. And actually defending with the rhinos is the problem. So one of these rhinos is going to die, but that's okay. He's too far gone now, I think. Nothing left to defend with. Oh, there it is. Okay, well, I'm not sure what happened here. Like, okay, got the ebb out. I didn't have as many drones as I would have liked, so maybe this 4th dynamo was a mistake. And it should have just been drones. Right, like I was floating some money. Could have built 2 drones instead. But, I mean, dynamos are pretty amazing, right? And green is always good to have. I don't know. Getting out the first urban sentry was kind of nice. Because it meant he had to build a wall instead of a sentry. Timing the Tarsiers to arrive with the Valkyrian was good, put on some pressure. And I don't really know about his Centurion plus Valkyrian play. It sacks the urban sentry, and I actually can defend Valk, so I don't know. I really feel bad about having just one drone at this stage. Like, I don't know exactly what I was supposed to do. How often was I actually losing the engineers that I built? Like, they were basically dying all the time, so it's not like any of them could have been drones instead. So I need some other improvement, if that's what I... I guess one thing I did right is I stopped building Tarsiers in time. He built a few too many when Rhinos would have been better. Arguably, even like one of these should have been a Rhino. You know what? This Gauss cannon. This might have been a chance I could take to build some drones. Instead of building a Gauss cannon, I could unclick the ebb and like build a drone. But this does not feel like the time in the game to be building drones. If I'm going to fix that problem, I have to do it earlier, not now. Threatening attack is just too important. Yeah. Well, okay. So I think this is a pretty cool, like, Ebb plus Dynamo opening for player 1. Works out pretty well, and it's pretty normal, so even if you haven't, like, it's pretty, I should say, natural. Even if you haven't, like, thought very much about Dino and Ebb, as indeed I have not, it just, like, sort of naturally falls into your lap, and it seems pretty good as a way to get a lot of economy in a hurry. Threw in an Animus about when it felt right. That's actually a question. Was this Animus at the right time? Seems okay. I wanted to build some Tarsiers to line up for when I was going to build like some real attack. And they did. They showed up for the Valkyrian and then some more with the Centurion. It was all very lovely. Okay, well, sure. Not a very deep analysis on that one, I'm afraid. And that's our 2 matches for the episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.